Please excuse this interruption to your regular programming because we are pausing on the indoor renovations and taking a moment and going outside and enjoying this beautiful spring weather to get some stuff done outside that we have been putting off. There's a lot of stuff that it just has been too gross to do, so here we are.
Spring is here and it's nice and warm. So it's time to finally set up a little shelter I bought for my trailer. I got $55 off random person-to-person selling site. And it was the correct size, but the dimensions were kind of flipped. It was 8 feet by 12 feet to the big frame. But that's okay. We got a bunch of pieces and I can decide how I want to throw them together. So after trying a couple combinations, we got the small frame, which is just small enough for the trailer, but gives me absolutely nothing else space-wise to put anything in. Or the Goldilocks one, just right. We're gonna beef this guy back up to Goldilocks size, take down this one and the other guy down to that size, and I'll show you guys how I'm making the bits that came with work for the structure. So going through it, found one of the members has a crack in it. It was here, so it's caused by this one cantileting this way, the point flexing. So it can't be on the outside anymore. With a little persuasion, how he can go inside. And then that little crack don't matter anymore. Can't even see it. Just because something's broken doesn't mean it's useless. Doesn't mean it can't be fixed. I actually really like this project because it's nice, easygoing, not essential to the house, but just nice to have. Doesn't really matter if it works 100%. I'm just building a little shelter to put my trailer in. You can figure things out as I go. Love to hear what your favorite kind of project is. Like the ones that are deadline, you're the ones you just pluck away at whenever you have time. Do you need that motivation of a deadline? Alright. So far I've been using pieces that came with the shelter to make it work together as intended. But when I rejigger the design, I'm left with these pieces that were initially part of the up frame. Like when we put in the middle here, they're actually two of these guys together. But they're not meant to go together. There's no way of adapting them. Thankfully, I have a 3D printer and some basic knowledge of how to design a part. So this becomes this, which in turn becomes this. And it's pretty strong. So I'm going to extend this guy out by a bunch. Because this is not the way they were meant to go together, I am getting a touch inventive with this. Rather than going on the outside, these poles are big enough that when they're loose, they go on the inside. The holes still line up pretty decently. Some of them are split, so to reinforce them, I designed a little external collar as well. Just gotta bash that on there. Of course, lining up all the holes properly is problematic. But a little bit of leverage, it can be accomplished. Gorgeous.
So it's obvious that the rubble pile's got to go. And I should probably move the black bin there so I actually have some access to it, because that's gardening tools. So I'm just going to do all that now. As you can see, I got the frame complete. Got a section for the middle. I was initially going to use electrical conduit piping, but that proved to be way too expensive. I'm not paying 40 bucks on a $55 structure for one member. The people at Home Depot were very helpful. They suggested using fence post material. I think it's a cross member from a fence post. But 15 bucks, full length run, nothing to complain about. Literally just had to chop off the edge to get in the car, and it's good enough for me. And I could muck around trying to measure things out, but I figured I'd just throw it up and get the measurements for how big it has to be, where the holes need to go, direct from the structure, so I know it lines up. I did stick a mark here, indicating where the pipe stops. On this other side, I do want to check how far inserted it is. I want to make it kind of even, because it does add a lot of strength and rigidity to have it buried in there. So I'm going to drop it down, check that, and if it all works out, put the pipes back to that length, drill the holes, bolt it up. There's a little bit of discrepancy between the two ends, but nothing too bad. Maybe like 6 inches extra, so I'll just knock this over 3 more inches. Call it a day then. Rough mark. I am going to hook it back up on the frame, because if it's on the frame, then the bolt holes will be aligned on the pipe itself. I don't have to worry about which one's up. Everything's all lined up. The pipe's where it's going to be. The structure lines up like that. I'm just gonna fire off these holes real quick using my new favorite tool, the stepper drill. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Which is good because it's actually starting to rain. The old adage is, of course, measure twice, cut once. It's even better if you can get around measuring at all. I mean, this is a type of measuring, but transferring numbers and stuff always leads to errors. This install is going to be fun. The bolt's a little wonky. I have 2 things left to do up here. 1, tarp it, and 2, these sections don't have any screws holding them together, just the way they were. So at some point when I come along and bolt them, there's 4 of them, easy peasy, we'll do it later. I'm going to see if I got a tarp that actually works. The tarp it came with is not configured for the new arrangement. Alright, I'm going to pop out to the garden suite and grab my bag of clamps. And add this bad boy up and put the trailer in. For a variety of reasons, I have a giant bag of clamps. So I'm going to use this giant bag of clamps to put the tarp down for now. It'll be more secure later. Probably get a different tarp maybe. We'll see. And yeah, we can start using this thing. That is basically how there's a $55 12 wide 8 deep, so enough good measurements, structure, and customize to fit my X space with an extra $15 worth of fence pipe, and I don't know, like 7 or 8 bucks worth of extra bolts and screws, and a couple 3 different parts. How am I through to finish it? That's a task for another day.